Alright, so this tutorial is basically to create 3D assets as quickly as possible. Okay, so the whole point of this is basically you guys need to make some models to make a 3D game. Now, to create character models is really time extensive process. So I try to make like a production that basically would be as fast as I could possibly think to make stuff. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to have to download and install the necessary software for if you're making a humanoid character, we're going to use make human, which is basically, well, you'll see, or you can start fresh. You don't have to use a base model from there. You can make your own base mesh, or you can just start fresh inside of Sculptress. You're going to bring it into Sculptress. You're going to sculpt the model and paint on the model. Then you'll bring it into Maya, retopologize it, use X normal, and then attach it. Okay, so right here I have all the software you will need. So you probably already have Maya installed. You may have Sculptress installed, but I know for sure you probably do not have these two. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna I'm gonna use make human to make my base mesh. So if you just click on this, you'll come here, and then all you gotta do is just go to download and download the make human. It'll come in as a zip file. You have to unzip it, and then you open it, and it'll be like a folder like that. And then I'm just gonna double click on make human. So it doesn't install like in a traditional way. It'll just be a folder that you open up. It's all written inside of Python. So, and boom, 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 boom. Here it is. All right. So let's make this big. And so basically it has a bunch of these little tabs and things like that. And you just take these parameters and it makes the character. So I'm going to do like basically a younger version of myself. So I'm going to take my age down quite a bit. Maybe a little bit more. I want it to be kind of cartoony. So we'll say something like that. Let me see. This one makes it. Okay, so I'm going to go male. It's not going to make too much of a difference because it's a child. I don't know. I'll make myself a little bit buffer, a little bit heavier. Height, I was kind of a short person, so I'm going to go short. And proportions, let's see. Generally a little bit more broad. And obviously I am Caucasian. Well, not obvious, but I am Caucasian. Good. And so, let's see. It looks kind of okay. Now what I can do is go through here, and then you can see there's, if I was doing a female character, I could adjust the breasts. There is also genitalia, so for the male, okay? So you can see like basically the subcategories are here. There's options for the face, so I can adjust my face as well. Okay, so whether I want to make my head, what does this do? Okay, so that just basically does changes the shape there. All right, so this is like cheeks, but you can see there's a whole bunch of different options here to adjust your head shape. I feel the need to really adjust too much of these, but you might want to. And a lot more other things. I'm gonna keep it somewhat generic. I'm mostly happy with this, but you can see each one of these, you know, left hand and then like right foot, how you want to move. You can change all of these attributes. Okay, there's a randomize button, all sorts of things. Okay, so something to you know, go through, take your time, you know, try to do a nice job. All right, so that's all underneath the modeling tab. The next thing to do is I'm going to go to the geometries tab. Now, you can put clothes on them. Don't do this because we're just going to sculpt right onto the model. I don't want to have separate geometry for clothes. So this is kind of useless to us. The thing I do care about is, and all the rest of this too, we don't need, you don't have to really play around. You don't need hair or any of the other stuff. I don't really find that particularly useful. So, because I'm just going to sculpt it right onto it. So I'm just going to go to topologies. This is the only thing that you may want to change. So right now it's on none. So if I hit this button up here, this gives me my wireframe. So you can see that this is what we have for the geometry. I can do a female version. Basically, each one of these is set up to different, you know, so there's one that's based on muscles, so it'll try to wrap around the muscles. These won't work very well on my character because it's a child, so muscles aren't going to be particularly important. You know, they have a low poly one, male generic, one here, male muscle, and then proxy. Proxy is not useful because my character is going to have hands, so that's not really useful. So I could do male generic, which isn't too bad. I could just do this male, which is nice because it doesn't, I want him to wear shoes, and it's kind of low poly already. However, I plan on sculpting on it anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, male generic, whatever one I feel like best support. So the face doesn't change, it's mostly just, I think, this area that changes. So male generic, I think I like male generic. Okay, so we're gonna go male generic, that's fine. And then the rest of this I don't really care that much about. It has lots of other different options and things for you to play with, but oh, there is actually one other thing. So go to pose animate, and what you'll see is that we have we can put bones in this. I'm not going to do it in here because I'm going to use a rig that we're going to make, so I'm not going to use this, but there is an option for pose, and there's a bunch of, so right now he's in A pose, and I actually want to use T pose. So I'm going to scroll down here and you'll see T pose. So I'm going to click on that. There we go. This actually works a little bit better for me because this will be easier to rig for those purposes. Okay, so I'm going to switch this to T pose. Now when I'm done with that, I'm going to go to files, or let me see, files, and then we're going to export. And you can save this if you want, so you have your thing saved. But I want to save this as an OBJ wavefront, okay? Because that's a nice generic process for doing that. I'm going to go ahead and, won't do both. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take this and get on the ground, blah, blah. The rest of it doesn't really matter. And I am going to go ahead and export this out just to the desktop. I'm just going to call it kid export. Okay. So it's going to be kid OBJ on my desktop. I'll hit export. It takes like 2 seconds. Bam, it's done. Okay. So now I have like a base mesh that I can use and bring into Sculptress to start sculpting on top of. Okay. And that's it for this program. It's relatively